tilt for an end. That is it, that is all. Alright, hood's off, and let's cut the bumper up a bit. Yep. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Show car. With our bumper off, we have these kind of steel supports, side wings. It's how the bumper's fastened on for the most part. We're still going to utilize these 4 holes, but we're going to slot them towards the back of the car and taper as well too, I think, if it works out that way. As well as open up a slot on the back of the fender so that when it does slide forward, it clears the hinge for the door. With all that being said, let's do a little bit of cutting. Yep. So we'll have to put some support to make this a little more rigid, which we can actually add onto the fender liner brackets. But yeah, not bad. Okay, now that the entire front end can slide forward enough that it tilts up, we need to cut out the fender vent a little more, because it was done small, you know, conservatively. Don't want to cut out too much. But you can see why it needs to come out. It needs to clear the door hinge. So as it sits right now, I don't know, we need like almost like 3/4 of an inch cut off. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so in order to make this functional front end tilt, we started off slotting these 2 holes and modifying, opening it all up. But with the cuts, just kept on removing more and more and more material. We'll reinforce all in here. There's not even like already a line, a guide.
It's perfect.
It's like he was made for it.
Oh,
and
yes,
then
it was.
use these, wherever it is, over here,
Piece of metal under there.
to
Yeah.
reinforce and make it strong, and then clip in.
And we'll do the same on the other side. That's it. Tilt for an end coming along. So yeah, pretty much I've got to just down there And just take a chunk out of the side first, right? I think that's it. Hacksaw. Wild.
You gonna clean it up now?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna cut a piece off the bottom. And then we'll put it on the car and kind of gauge how much we need to cut off of here. Because we've got to take like a hair off of that side, right? So we may as well put it on the car. We'll make like a spacer to like slide along the door to mark that edge and mark like a nice straight line that's even with the rest of the body. And then we'll use that same spacer on this side.
Alright. Cut that thing off quick.
Let's do it. Right.
Test fit.
First test fit on camera. Oh, we still need to trim tabs off of that side. A couple tabs on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, slide here. How's that slide? I mean, we're gonna hit on the hinge still, but it slides pretty good.
I need stuck on the tab.
Yeah, it would be. There's a few tabs under there that we haven't removed yet. Okay. Well, let's pop it back around those and tilt it forward once here. So like, kind of hold the front end up and just pull it back, and then. There. Sweet. Something like that. Let's just pop it off here. Yeah, here. Can you pop it off and just lean it forward? Okay, so on this side we have where even did that tab sit? This guy has been chopped off. And that's pretty much it. All the rest is normal. On this side, Bree's hawking this tab off right now. Maybe both of them.
They just need a snip.
Okay, so those two. Uno, dos.
1, 2.
Yeah. So after those guys get chopped off, we're free and clear. Just have to cut this side open more, straighten it up, and go from there. Ready? Because I'm ready.
What are we doing? Oh. Hot.
Sweet. So let's put the let's put it back on, and then I guess we'll just try to clear the rear vents over the hinges.
Epoxying up the bumper.
Yeah.
Doing this side. That side's already done.
One piece front end.
Working on this side. Little messy. Little mucha.
This is the fix for when your hood latch breaks.
Lots of
and
love.
You can't keep your hood closed. You just epoxy it closed. So there we go.
Getting it laid.
Squeegee it all into the cracks
After.
in like 3 to 4 minutes from now. Pushing a bit in with the screwdriver.
You think you have enough?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. Okay, it's time for you to give me a hand, baby.
Okay, we'll be back.
This is insane. First time kind of being open. Look at this. It's like some kind of tusked animal. So good. Ridiculous. Too good. So obviously a ton more to do, but that is huge. Okay, so let's have a quick peek here at the side. To get the entire front end here to clear, the main problem you're going to run into is, I don't even know if it's showing up, that hinge. So we're going with rear fender vents. Strengthen this whole piece up. Lower portion, we've trimmed a little bit off of there as well too. Yeah, just getting there. Okay, let's see it in action now. Slide forward a few inches. And nice and good, straight up. About pivot there. Kind of like that. That's the game plan. Game plan for our tilt system is we're going to use this kind of piece of steel, whatever you want to call it, cut off about this much and slide it in and out of a channel that we're going to make out of 2 pieces of this. We've got to cut it down, cut it across, weld a box frame together out of it, weld it nice and tight so this fits through very smoothly. And then, as long as we've got to come out and test fit the tilt again one more time, and just kind of visually watch how everything moves here. But the game plan is to throw our box frame right down low here. We're going to cut out a square just under the tow hook where this guy's going to slide out of, just above this bolt, like almost touching it. This guy's going to slide out of there. The box frame, we're going to cut a little bit of the lower part of the tow hook mount, that little like kind of tripod bracket that's all spot welded into the frame. We'll cut it down here, take this part of the bracket off, cut it right across, and then this box frame here, let's get it back up here. It's going to mount nice and tight, and also nice and tight, you know, hence the box. And be a lot smaller as well too. It'll only be about this big. Probably going to cut off maybe an inch, and should slide out nicely from there. That's kind of the game plan so far.
Test fitting. Is that it with the coming out already?
Okay.
It's already slid out?
Yeah, it's already slid out there.
Okay.
Just trying to see. Let me get rid of this. That's fully out. Okay, and yeah, we'll be way down here. Okay. Alright, so the way that we had to kind of get the side to clear, because two reasons. One, it sits inside kind of a groove when it's in here properly. Nope, it's not now. Haha. Feel right. So when it sits inside of the groove, like it's just a nice tight fit. You want it to be in there, as well as two, kind of folds around the rocker. So we need it to slide forward. To get that to happen, kind of had to cut the vent. Right? Kind of had to cut the vent into it. It's a very rough cut right now. Just kind of wanted to trim it back at least as far as it had to go, just to make sure.
So we could at least test it.
Yeah, kind of.
Have an idea.
A lot of other variables that had to be confirmed, other than putting a vent in the.
Doesn't have to be perfect right now.
Yeah.
Plus, it's getting dinged up, right?
Yeah. Have you seen the rest of the hood? So, just make sure it's over here. Love how loose this is. Like, it's just great, right? Yeah. So as it sits right now, we've cut this back so that it can easily pass by here, only moving back a few inches. Our rocker's destroyed, by the way. We'll be replacing that.
It looks better than most.
Yeah, very true. And yeah, that's essentially it. So we vented it to get by the hinge so that we could slide forward.
Without hitting.
And it only needs to come about, I think about that far. That's about as far as it needs to actually go. So when I'm in front of the car doing it, I have a tendency to just freaking yank the thing all the way. I think that's as far as it needs to go. Let me see if the other side's about as far. And then watch from this side here, how it opens up from this side. So I want to make sure it's even as well too. Ooh, supposed to fall. No, 1 second. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Okay, yeah, that's even. That's about like I had about 4 inches in mind to move it out. So that's about right. That still should completely clear the wheel as well too. The other one's cranked over. Let me look. You stay on that guy. And so there, it would be sitting up still as well, like about at this level, right? So it moves forward to there. Now the other side vent isn't cut as well, so it's a little finicky to get over. But
Clears.
it moves beautifully. And that hinges exactly where we want it to, right there. That should be
It's gonna go back a little more though, right?
right about this far. I think, yeah. About that far. Should go back. So it's got to come forward.
Nice.
Like this. And then slide
It's in.
into place, kind of like so. So that's kind of function of it so far. Obviously, a ton of rigidity needs to go into this. So we're building a lot of really fancy bracing. It's going to look really cool back here. To hold this completely rigid, as well too, it'll help us clear this because every time we pull it out and move this guy, they tend to collapse in just, actually not too bad. This thing is strong like bull. But yeah, let's do this.